Hi everyone, it's Paddy from Executive Search Dating, Vancouver's #1 personalized matchmaking service, and I'm here today with Bonnie, also from Executive Search Dating. So today is Q&A Fridays, and so we're going to answer a couple of questions that we're often asked from our clients and give you our answers, and hopefully that'll help you get out there in Vancouver and meet some new people and find your special someone. So Bonnie, I'm going to start with a question that I'm often asked and see if you can help answer it. And it's a tricky one, which is, basically, Vancouver is well known as being, the dating graveyard. Okay. People say it's very hard to meet people. Mm-hmm. What have you found? Because you're not only one of our top matchmakers, you're also a dating headhunter. What do people go? Where do people go, men and women, or where should they go to kind of increase their chances of meeting other singles in Vancouver?
Yeah, well, that's a great question, Paddy. I think it's so important to take a targeted approach. I mean, when we're looking, if we're women, we're looking for men, I think we got to focus on where do men go? Men go to business seminars, men go to car and boat shows, they like beer tasting, whiskey tasting, and most especially in those events you have a chance to mingle, you have a chance to work the room. I say, just smile, be playful, be approachable, talk to everybody. That's what I do when I go out and I headhunt. And I think that's a great way to go about meeting men. And for women, for men wanting to meet women, I think, well, you go where women go. Women go to the beach, they go to yoga classes, they take up ballroom dancing. Those are great events for men to go to. And then there's the co-ed events, which are wonderful. Join a co-ed volleyball team. Head down to the night market. The night market's a great place, especially the shipyards. I was down there a couple of weeks ago, and they got live music, they got food, and those the shipyards and the Plaza Nations, they're a little bit more intimate night markets, and then there was a lot of mingling going on there in the beer garden. So yeah, I think, Paddy, it's just really important to get out, to find out where there's large groups of people, where people are mingling, and just go have fun.
Yeah, so it sounds also part of it too is just, I don't want to use the word strategic, but you use the word targeted. So just, think a little bit depending on what you're looking for, because different events will have different types of people at them.
True. Yeah, and I'd say don't judge a book by its cover. When I was down at the event at the Vancouver shipyards, hey, guys just finished, climbing the grind. They came down there. There was doctors, there was lawyers, but you would never know. They're in their shorts. But yeah, there was a lot of great people down there.
That's great. That's some awesome advice, Bonnie. So, Bonnie, do you maybe have a question that you're often asked that perhaps I can try and answer?
Well, one of the questions our clients ask quite often is, what is the ratio of men to women in Vancouver?
Yes, that's a question we're often asked, and whether it's a woman or a man, they usually have very different ideas on that, right? The women think in Vancouver that it's sort of 5 women to every guy, and the guy thinks it's sort of 2 men to every woman. Every woman. So yeah, I would say actually, Bonnie, it's sort of building on what you said. I really have found over these years, it's roughly 1-to-1. And people don't often believe me when I say that, but building on what you said, I think it really does depend on where you go. So for example, as Bonnie mentioned, if you go to something like a beer tasting, a sporting event, or a scotch tasting, something like that, then you're probably most likely to find a lot more men than women, believe it or not. And the reverse is also true. So if you're going to go to a wine tasting event or maybe an art event or some kind of a cultural event, then you're probably going to find more women. So, and of course, if you do look actually at the official statistics from Statistics Canada, believe it or not, it really does kind of show there is basically 1-to-1 single men and single women. So I think regardless of what you've heard, I think particularly if you use some of the thoughts that Bonnie had about being a bit more targeted, I think it's not going to be an issue of not enough women or men. I think there's plenty of people out there, and you don't necessarily need to meet 100 people. I mean, you just need to meet one person. So, and if you find that difficult or you're too busy to get out and do events, then by all means call a service like Executive Search Dating, and we'll certainly help you with that as well. Anyways, well, thanks very much, Bonnie. I thought that was very interesting, and hopefully you found that helpful, and we'll look forward to talking to you again in the future with some more dating tips for Vancouver singles. Take care.